Hi, I want you to watch me on Dominion TV, Sandrie and Friends. Time and day is below.
This is Sandrie and Friends, laser focus now.
Yes. So y'all listen. So when I signed with HarperCollins, so I was interviewing with 5 of the top people. I mean, God just blessed me. So when I'm sitting there interviewing with them, they said, you know what we love about you? Is that you've done everything wrong. We can't even figure out what the heck you're
all
doing.
Come out right. But God.
Yes.
They said,
And
now
they're still
what?
successful.
Yes.
Absolutely.
They said, can you imagine when we come on board with you and help you start doing things right? Everything wrong. Your product don't even make sense.
But that reminded me of when
But it got you there.
I was bringing you from the
Well,
airport.
you did that right. Yes.
And we were talking, and I said, oh, wait a minute, I think I made the wrong turn. Hold on, you said, oh, girl, I lived a life on wrong terms. And
I lived a life of U-turns.
Whoa,
Of
U-turn.
U-turns.
I was like, girl, that will preach. What?
In a minute, absolutely.
Busting you.
Yeah,
Mimi, I think you said, make a U. Busting you.
we didn't.
We kept on going.
We kept on going and it
we got
redirected
there.
us.
Yes,
That's right.
Because that's the way
Oh,
life
that's-
is. You never
That's
should
fair.
stress. It's
That's
going to always
fair.
come full circle. Why? Because Romans 8:28 says that God is
Correct.
working all things together for our good.
All things we
Even
know.
our own terms.
Sandrie and Friends. Sandrie and Friends. Whoa. This is Sandrie and Friends, laser focus now.
Right. All those, the process.
Yeah.
Going up, every obstacle, every challenge became your stepping stone.
Yeah.
You went around.
So, and you failed forward.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you look at
And
that.
it's so crazy how when you make it through things, because we're all gonna
Oh,
go
yes.
through things,
Oh,
all
yes.
of us. We're still gonna hit hell. We're still gonna go through stuff that's gonna devastate us. Rain falls on the just and the unjust. But the more you pay attention to how God always pulls you through, it's easier to bounce back quicker, faster.
Mhm. And stronger.
Yeah.
And
Learning your
better,
lessons.
bolder,
You become
and more beautiful.
experienced. in the
Yes.
fight.
I know.
Mm.
I know when people normally go through things like you go through or I went through, or without God, it's embarrassing.
Yeah.
You don't want to talk about it. You're ashamed of your story.
Mhm.
It's just something about God with all of the things like you hated people and why am I in this department store or hit rock bottom or move back home. It's something about him falling into that story that changes everything into like the most beautiful love story.
Yeah.
You
It's
know?
beautiful. And I think that the gift that keeps on giving is when you realize that as long as God approves, and he does, he's so proud of each one of us. When we wake up in the mornings, he's thinking, man, that's my kid. Like if we can ever grasp that, like that idea,
But he knows you by
like
name.
that whole photo shoot was
He made us.
to get this creativity juice going again.
Oh my
Because this is a hit.
It was always
Oh my
there.
God.
Watch
Yes.
this. Watch this. Watch this. You're speaking about it as it's your dream, and it is. But watch this. He put it in you,
Yeah.
and because he put it in you, you have 1,000% support. In other words, whether people accept it or not, because he put it in you, it's a total.
It's a hit.
It's a hit. Forget about success, because people work to attain success.
Yeah.
You were already a success.
Yes.
Period. Okay.
Yes.
It wasn't even that you chose to be brilliant or a genius. No, you made the choice to align yourself to the frequency of the Holy
Yeah.
Spirit, to obey and get back on track. And he said, it was always there. Now I'm taking it to another level. But it's your vision.
Yeah.
It's your dream.
And
but he put it in you.
And hey, and it's him.
All
Yo,
the
I
way.
literally have people reach out to me all the time. Can you please come talk to my staff?
Mm.
Can you please tell us how you did it? Can you please? I mean, I'm this average person
You
out
don't have
here
a formula.
crushing social media,
Mhm.
millions and millions of people,
Mhm.
And
and
everybody wants to know how.
how. It is not me. I can't
She
tell
has no
you how I
secret.
did it. I don't know how to do TikTok, but I'm flying on TikTok.
It wasn't a strategy though.
I started a
I
podcast.
can't.
I literally, to this minute, I ain't got no mic. Everybody got this whole setup. I
But
ain't
you
got
got,
no.
you got the right lighting.
Hello, everybody.
She
It's my
She doesn't even
phone.
have the studio.
no,
yet.
she is.
How amazing.
It's my phone. Sit
How
right here.
amazing.
I be
That's my
having a
podcast, and it's
conversation.
syndicated.
You be talking, and I be answering.
Yes.
I be like, "That's right, girl. Oh my Lord Jesus, she done lost her mind. She's speaking to the dog. I can't get over that one.
You
Yo,
can't.
I'll be right
can't
back.
stop
I'll be
it.
right back. She's walking away. Y'all still there? I'm coming. Hold on. This dog is
Somebody
stop
come
it.
get your nephew.
She
loves
lied.
that. Sandrie
She
loves
is.
that.
I do
You love that.
because she's.
and she doesn't pause it.
I love it.
That's what
You're
she told.
real.
That's what got me.
You're
That's
She
what
doesn't
got me.
pause it.
But y'all, we gotta understand something about life, the world.
This
They
is
are
real.
so sick of phony.
They want
Yeah.
real.
They don't
They
want your
real.
jargon. They don't
Yeah.
want your put together
Yeah.
self. They want to know how you did it, where you've been. They just that's the way
Let me
life
put it
is.
to you this way. I love knowing that one of my girls at the White House, I won't say no name, one or two of them will text and say, "Yo, that girl you turned us on to, she's off the hook. She's
Oh,
crazy."
wow.
She said, "My other girlfriend," I go, "Did you watch the other one?" She goes, "Which one? The one with the dog?" I say, "Oh, we on the
one
same
with the
page."
dog.
Now, these are people that have heard of God,
Yep.
have not chosen that path.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
wow.
yet,
They watch me.
okay?
Wow. Mm.
So guess what? And they'll say, "We're hooked." Well, great. The great hook is on you. And God does the work. My job is just to that's
Introduce
another thing.
them to
Introduce
Jesus.
them to Jesus.
Oh, wow.
And y'all
Wow,
listen to me. The
wow.
church world comes
word,
after
Sandrie.
me
Mm.
because they want me to talk about politics. They want me to talk about. They want me to address stuff.
Don't have
You know,
time,
if your
yeah.
pastor isn't making a, I pastor a whole church. I pastor a limitless church. I pastor a thriving church in Fayetteville,
Mhm.
Georgia. All woman.
Yes.
And they'll come after me. If your pastor ain't saying something about this, find a new church. They're not saved. I'm thinking, how many people are you winning? Giving your opinion about something you can't change
The souls,
anyway.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
It's about
Ooh.
souls.
It's about the souls.
It's about loving
That's
people.
it. That's it.
It's
That's
about
it.
letting them see the heart of God. It's about
Yes.
saying, you know what? You might have gotten an abortion,
Yes.
but God
What?
is here to pick you
Yes.
up.
Redeem.
Yes, you are redeemed.
How political did Jesus get?
Yes,
Sandrie and I were
man.
Wasn't
talking
about
about tent
politics.
revivals.
I
Uh-huh.
refuse
we were
to be
talking
bullied.
about tent revivals.
And that is
We
why
were
God's
like-
using me.
Mm.
I refuse. Put me on the cancel
You
culture.
know why? A lot of
Okay.
people are not going to go to no buildings.
Right.
No.
Okay, let me just
Yeah,
put it
they're
that
not.
way. Or they'll ask. The other day when I announced what we're up to for
Mhm.
November, March, October, I mentioned, do you know that one of my volunteers who's not a believer, but I believe that God is using us.
Yeah.
Do you know what she wanted to know? Well, when is Real Talk Him coming?
Yeah.
Not a believer.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
true.
She came when the conference during COVID.
Yes.
She came. She hasn't been back since. So she'll keep asking the answers. Okay. It's almost like you do a survey of a and it's not an intentional thing. But pay attention. And then you understand, you know how people are out there with fashion, trending and whatever. And I want to come back to this jacket in a minute.
Ooh.
What's trending? What's happening? How it's happening? Blah, blah, blah. Look at this. I love this. I love this. What does that say back there?
My hustle is holy.
Look at this.
I put little sayings on the back of all
Oh
of them.
my gosh.
Okay.
God's girl. My hustle is holy.
God's favorite.
God's favorite.
Ah.
And that, what is that?
Oh, that's I know.
That's
what
my
that is.
baccarat.
Yeah,
Let's
baccarat.
not talk about
It's
that.
It's what you bought.
I love
My
She's
you.
guess.
always bought you what your
I
guess.
love you so good.
Oh, she
girl.
likes that too?
Yeah, she had.
Oh,
I
that's
smelled her
fine.
yesterday, and I said,
That's
That's
"What,
my
nice.
favorite
Okay.
perfume.
what are you wearing? I know what you're wearing."
Well, I say this, that you can be all about God's assignment, fit for the assignment, but if you don't have love, if you
Ooh.
are not
Period.
taking up,
Ooh.
exactly, love.
You can hoot till you're blue in the
There
face.
you go. Many will say, Lord, but I
Mm.
this, Lord, but I that. Lord, I didn't do what Real Talk Him was doing, all that fashion line, all this. Well, listen, first of all the arts belong to God.
Yeah.
Sure do.
He created everything.
Come on.
Look
He
at
created.
Solomon.
Someone said to
Preach.
me, people on cocaine. Well, I said, stop for a minute. Do you go to the dentist? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever had your tooth pulled or something like that? It's called Novocaine.
Yes.
Go find out what that is.
Yeah.
Don't ever tell me you've never used it. Some have an issue. Some, I'm not going to get into
Come
this
on,
because
come
that'll
on,
be
come on,
another
come on, come
program.
on.
But I'm just going to tell you this: sin is sin.
Yeah.
Sin is sin. God's gift to all, creation. The word itself, creation. Creativity. Something new. New beginning. I could go on and on. Created in his likeness, in his image. His work is perfect. Everything that he created. Everything. What's
He's
your line
good.
called?
RTK style.
RTK style. I'm telling you, I'm gonna start wearing RTK
This is
style.
customs.
Yes.
This is
I love that
RTK
lipstick.
custom.
You know, when Jesus, when God, even with the tabernacle,
But
In
really,
the-
I
in
have
the-
these are
in the
leftover
wilderness.
patches. I used to have.
Mhm.
everything was specific with the purples
Detail.
and the golds
That's
and
what I
the
was.
silvers.
That's what I was
I
He
gotta
saying.
use
gave
them out
gifts
there.
to
Those
men
colors.
to know how to put
Yes.
everything
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
He talks about the splendor.
Yes.
You know, even heaven,
Yes.
all the details in heaven.
Oh.
Yeah.
all the
You know what's
flowers.
funny? I was
Fields,
talking
flowers.
to
Think about it.
I was talking to a lady named Chris Lupo that worked at TBN.
I've heard of her before.
And
That's your
she was
buddy,
talking
our
about Jan
friends.
Crouch, and she was talking about how Jan
Creative.
was over the top, and she just loved pretty stuff, and it's because she had in her head that heaven was elaborate,
Yes. I really
and that's
do.
how I
So
feel.
she was designing
Yeah.
heaven
Yeah.
on earth,
yes,
which is we live under open heaven.
I know,
You know?
but for some reason we've got this idea,
Dogma,
that
man
it's-
may rule.
yeah,
Clean lines.
that we got to be like a certain way, and who
Maybe.
says that we can't all just
And
be
God
who our
loves
creations
color.
to be?
If you didn't love color, look at the flowers.
That's why I love
I-
coming here.
I just walk
Yeah, this
outside.
place
I
is
love
beautiful.
coming
And
here.
I
Dominion
just am
TV gotta go.
overwhelmed
Yeah, they gotta
with
go in
grass and flowers and tree. I just love it,
Yeah.
and God does too.
I like Dominion TV because it's not too
TV is.
churchy looking.
You'll see a
We
crowd.
get caught up. It's either all churchy,
Yeah.
like churchy,
Yeah.
or it's they need help. This is nice.
This is
Yes,
this
it
is like
Classic.
chilling with your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chilling with
Talking about Jesus.
You can
Yes.
have a conversation, right?
Yeah.
And look at them; they even put out my chairs. Purple is my color.
I
like
love.
the
I said
cobalt
that with
blue
you,
also. I
Sandrie.
like
I do
it.
too.
This is you.
Yeah, you know.
Yes.
But at
Boy,
the end of
that's
the day, the creativeness of God in you is being manifested through fashion.
I love it.
And that's a tool by which
I love it with all my heart. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. I love my wigs.
Mm.
I have so much fun with it. I've been doing it for a month. I am so cute. I love
And
the
I love
feminine
the
vibe.
mohawk.
Yes.
But I'm sitting here in my little mohawk. This is me. My big glasses. It's just me.
Well, it's all you.
Yes.
People tend to put you like in
They
a little
do.
box. They just want to see the mohawk.
Yeah.
I love all of
I
it.
do too.
I know it's all of you.
But what my point is, how many times have I
Mhm.
gotten emails? Like, I get more views when I have my hair.
Gotcha.
I get more people listening to me
Good for marketing.
when I have my hair on.
Really?
Yes, because I look more feminine. I could come across as a lesbian like this or something. People are just, this is hard because women are supposed to have long hair. And I've really been paying attention to it in the last 4 weeks that I've been on this little experiment.
Okay.
And how many times do we allow ourselves to, because I always want my heart to be right. I don't want my heart to be jaded and do something out of rebellious, because I could have that rebellious streak.
Yes.
But I want to be so used of God that I never allow myself to be able to be doing this because I get more views. I always want to stay who God created me to be. I had a lady reach out to me about a week ago, and she said, I have to ask you to forgive me. She was a very prominent pastor. And she said, I have to ask you to forgive me because fact of the matter is, you've probably spoken to my spirit more than anybody on the planet.
My God.
She said, but I didn't like you. You're
much?
you
Too much. Mm-hmm.
Well, and tell me
You.
the truth.
just were too
Yeah.
And she said, one day I'm laid in my bed. And she said, God said, your answer is where you know it is in that girl. And and God spoke to her and said, could it be that you're letting her outward appearance? And so then I had to start asking myself, well, should I be changing that so more people will hear me? No. I relate more to people out in Hollywood this way than I do with the blonde.
Yeah.
So at some point, we got to get to a place where we know who we are so much in God that God can sit in a bedroom with the lady and say, your answer is here. And she said, you taught me to get out of that school girl. I am 49 years old, she said, and you set me free today. Whether you got your hair on or you don't, you had my answer.
Amen.
So how many times in life do we miss that opportunity to help someone else get set free? Because we lose ourselves trying to fit in.
With others' expectations.
Yeah.
Others' expectations, absolutely.
Yeah.
And the truth of the matter is that when he comes in and I say yes to the Lord,
Yeah.
I should be set free
Yeah.
and not fall into another bondage.
Come on, girl.
Yes.
'Cause
Because,
it's
you know,
so
it's
easy,
easy to
isn't it?
become a professional judge.
Oh my goodness.
We become what,
God,
and,
it
and I
is.
can say that because at 22, my husband and I, that's
It
when we
is.
changed, became very strict in our beliefs, and we did it just, you know, we wanted to be right with God. That was the deal, and he was a great preacher. He was already evangelizing. We were doing great where we were. But when we did that, and then of course the deal was it fell on my shoulders where my hair had to grow. So my hair ended up right here. I had hair down to
You
here.
had to have that holy look.
Yo,
But
she
then-
was so old looking. She
Wow,
looked
man.
80 years old.
At
at
30.
20.
Yeah, I did at 30.
Yeah.
But then my hair had to grow, but then it had to be worn up because I was married. And then of course no makeup, had to take my
And my
wedding
daddy
gowns
looked like he
off.
stepped out of
Sure
GQ.
did.
Oh, of course, that's
Because
the
it was
deal.
on the burden of the woman to be
Uh-huh.
holy, so
To
the
be
man would
holy,
look holy.
holy,
And
humble.
so I did that
humble
we
look.
did that for 18 years.
The Lord knew him.
And
You
in
have
the
to be here now. Not
Yeah,
then. Keep
I know
going.
it. And in the process of that, though, I had to go through a time of, it was like I had to be released because,
You were dying to self somehow.
but I became so judgmental.
Oh,
And
yes.
you just do, because if
Yes.
you got to live that way,
Yes.
if you got to look that way,
Everybody has
if
to.
you got to look that holy and be that holy and can't have TV, no ball games, no
painted toes,
It
man.
was always saying no
Nothing.
fishnets
No arms
back then
showing.
either.
No ankles. I couldn't wear these shoes.
No, no, no,
absolutely
no,
not.
And stop.
But if
Stop
I had
it.
to do it, other people had to too.
Ugh.
And so
Itchy
the way I
stockings.
found my freedom was, it took me, even after my husband comes to me after 18 years, and he said, because he was always a student of the word, and he came to me and said, Ann, he said, as much as I read, as much as I study, he said, and he had a couple of friends, they even came to Atlanta and went to a hotel, stayed 3 days, had all these concordances and Bible versions, and we just got to find out what is right. He said, Ann, I can't see where the holier you look on the outside is going to save you.
And the work is done from the inside.
And that's, and you know what I said to him? He made me mad. I was like 49, 50, and he made me mad. I had spent all those years,
Oh,
almost
my
20
God.
years, looking like I was
my
60.
Mm.
On my young
I
days,
can imagine.
I looked like I was 60 and 70 and 80. And I said, and you know what? I said, I listened to you when I was young. And I said, I did everything you told me to do. And I never regretted it, never ever rebelled. And I said, but you know what? This time, I'm going to hear from God for myself. I said, if I'm going back, if everything's changing again, then God's got to tell me. There were so many nights I would just lay and I would get up at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, go downstairs, lay on the couch and sob and cry. Say, God, who are you to me?
Oh my God.
I know you've chosen
Oh my
me,
God.
but who am I to
Come
look
on,
like? Who
Mimi.
am I
Oh
to
my
be?
Come on,
And
Mimi.
I had to begin a process of repentance
Yes.
for looking at other people and judging them.
Judging
because
them.
they were, and then so when my husband started telling our church, yes, ladies, you can wear a wedding band. And
Wait, they
then
were-
some of them wanted to, can we just trim our hair a little from here to here, And so he finally said yes. He said, I cannot see that
Not a
is going to
word.
send you to hell. And so then I would sit on the organ, I'd be playing for service, and I would look at these ladies coming in, and I'm thinking to myself, what are they going to look like today? Well, who's going to look like, who's going to be changed today?
Uh-huh.
And the Lord spoke to me sitting on that organ one Sunday morning, and it had been a year since the change had begun. But my son, who was 17 then, he said, Mom, I don't care if everybody does it, but this is who you are to me. He said, I don't care if everybody does it. He said, but I don't want you to.
Robbie said that?
1 year. One Friday morning, I wake up. I get up because really he was embarrassed at the way I looked too in school because I was in everything. I was doing everything at school. And the kids, I mean, I didn't realize they were embarrassed at the way I looked.
You weren't embarrassed, were you? Kim?
Yes, she was.
I was embarrassed of the way she looked.
See?
You were?
I'd be like, girl, drop me off for the other bar.
Because hey, she never told me that though. She didn't tell me she was embarrassed. And
Mama, I'll
neither
Just drop me off.
Mama,
that Friday morning I wake and I had been really in conference with God. And that morning I realized, you know what, it's time for change. Because you're going to keep judging everybody
Come
else
on,
until you
Mimi.
make a change yourself. That Friday morning I got up, I made me an appointment at a hair salon. I went and I'd already I had never see my husband preached you couldn't color your hair, break your hair, burn your hair, or wear anybody else's
No
hair.
bangs.
Couldn't wear anybody else's
My
hair.
daddy was so hard.
No
It was-
braids either?
No, not at all.
Oh, honey, no.
And so-
you could not wear ankle bracelets, ankle straps.
Nothing.
What
No,
do you
we
mean?
did nothing, but I
Really?
never did anything. If he said don't do it, I never did it. Until that morning, and that morning I got up and I thought, because there was one time in that year that I went, my hair was here, I went and flipped my hair around in the bathroom because I had to work for 2 hours to get it up. And I trimmed that much off, and I told God that morning, I said, if it's wrong and I'm going to go to hell for this, then I'm cutting off this much. Nobody will ever know it. But you and me, go ahead and kill me now. Because I don't want to lead anybody wrong.
Oh,
and that was my heart, and I meant that.
Listen to that.
And so that morning I cut that off. I didn't tell anybody. I went and put my hair right back up. Nobody even knew it but me and God.
Oh, and you're alive.
And the service
And I was
over.
alive. I was still alive. I was still breathing.
No train hit you.
No.
He
And
did
so
not care
that
about
Friday morning I
anymore.
got up because then my hair is about right here. I got up and I went to the hair salon and I said, I want you to cut my hair right here. And I said, I want a perm. She colored my hair, cut it here,
Ooh,
got my
You
hair,
did it all the way.
and then cut it all up. And so my hair was, so I knew. I got home. My
Girl,
husband said,
you
"Ann,
feeling
it's gorgeous,"
yourself?
because he was okay with it.
Ooh,
But I
You were
knew that
feeling
when
yourself?
they
She was
walked in
feeling
that
herself.
day,
What did daddy say?
oh,
She
he
was
loved
gorgeous.
it. He thought it was
It's
gorgeous.
gorgeous.
But that day,
He
I
said, girl, come on. Get it. What's your name?
Who are you? Let's be introduced again.
Let's be
What's your name?
That's
Yeah,
Ann.
reintroduce me
That's
to
Ann.
you. But then my son, I knew when Rob walked in
That little.
that would be a game changer. And that day when he walked in, he looked at me. He said, "Oh my God, Mom, you are so beautiful."
Oh. Now, which do you think God?
I had looked that way
Now,
all
which do you
that
think
time.
God would
No
really
makeup,
want?
nothing.
But you
What
flip
would
the
you look like
script,
that?
and
God
at
didn't want her to look like
75,
that.
look how hot you look.
Oh my gosh.
Now, y'all listen to me.
And
Her
I
mama-
like fashion.
all
so
her
those
family's
years I
still
didn't do it.
UPC. They all look like they 110 years old.
Yeah.
She's the youngest.
See, the
I mean,
she's the
If you're
oldest.
watching,
the oldest.
we're just
They won't be
saying.
watching. They don't have a TV.
They don't have TV.
Are
Okay.
they?
Yeah.
We love them anyway,
Oh, I
just in
love
case
them.
somebody
Oh, my goodness,
shows
we're
it
still
to
very
them.
close.
I don't know.
Are
When
they-
I was on Preachers of Atlanta, they knew everything going on. So
But
Wait,
they watch
are
it
they-
on a computer.
I think they have
Yeah.
TV in the closet.
They don't. They just watch it on the
Cute.
computer.
Computer, you're right.
YouTube.
So you're not
Absolutely.
Pentecostal.
Okay.
Well,
Which
no,
I-
they're apostolic.
Yo, I wouldn't trade my heritage for nothing. I ain't not
No, that foundation is
No.
Listen,
firm.
this is why I'm sitting
No.
on this couch right now.
Yeah,
And this
funny.
girl's
And
got
that's
a
true.
voice on her because she was raised with the best. And knew how to sing.
Wow. I couldn't watch Little House on the Prairie, so I learned how to sing.
There you go. But you know what? Look what the Lord has done.
Little house on the
So we
prairie.
don't begrudge. I don't. You know what? I don't regret all this. Those years.
No.
I don't even regret. I don't at all.
Well, it was part of the foundation. You would not be
Yes.
where you are. And
Nope.
watch this. All those years, hear what I'm going to say now. All those years of no makeup. Look at your
Oh my God.
girl.
Sandrie, that's true.
Look at her.
That's true.
Oh wow.
flawless. Your skin.
And look, and
Right?
you know what? And even right now that you have a classic look, you look so elegant, so classy. You see, there's walking in freedom, total freedom. Does not mean you're trying to outdo anyone with fashion, with makeup, with, do what's right for you.
Absolutely.
And make sure
That's
it
the deal.
pleases
That's what
God.
I had to learn, though.
Because at the end of the day,
that.
you're standing before God, nobody else.
This is Sandrie and Friends. Laser focus now.
Real.
So good.
Let's keep it real. God is real. So remember, next week we'll be right here again with Sandrie and Friends, the series Icons That See Beyond. Love you. God bless. Stay connected.
Love you.
This is Sandrie and Friends. Laser focus now.
But it takes more guts to rise above it and say, I taught this, and I was wrong here, but I was right here, but I was wrong here. And so let me reboot. Hit that button, reprogram, download the new information, honey, because when that new phone comes out, you see people running for that new phone, all the new updates. This app, it's the same with our walk.
Yes.
Upgrading your walk.
Yes.
That was then, this is now. That's why even
That's so good.
we couldn't even.
So
We were
good.
not allowed to shave our legs. We were not allowed to wear sandals. We were open-toed shoes, whatever.
And had
Well,
to
I
wear
enjoy
hose,
them.
had to wear pantyhose.
No, pantyhose. Yeah, all that. But when you look at it, that doesn't make you or break you. Back then, it was a man-made law. It's called dogma. But when you come to the true revelation, the true understanding of open heavens, that he came to set us free, for us not to fall into another bondage. No, we cautiously and biblically, foundationally, bring forth the word that empowers. You bring it through the word, through Bible studies, through Instagram, through Facebook. You watch Real Talk Kim. You get your act together. You have fun. You enjoy fashion, whatever network you're into right now. I'm on Dominion TV with Sandrie and Friends. I'm loving what God is doing.
This is Sandrie and Friends. Laser focus now.
Hey everybody, we are so excited. Why are we excited?
Well, because we're doing Icons That See Beyond
Sandrie and Friends.
On
Yes.
Sandrie and Friends with Real Talk Kim and Dr. Ann Jones.
Yes.
Me.
So excited. Y'all do not want to miss it. Share with your friends. Have a whole watch party.
Sandrie and Friends.
Hi, I want you to watch me on Dominion TV, Sandrie and Friends. Time and day is below.
This is Sandrie and Friends.